Hey, how's it going? Today we're gonna find out what's the biggest size of wheels we could possibly fit into a Groundcontrol FLT III. Thank you for joining this week's video again. Today I wanted to talk about how do you get fast enough in a skate park. You might have had that problem already, that you're struggling to make it at a certain ramp, onto a certain ramp, to not be fast enough for a certain trick. So one thing that really helps is having bigger wheels. And that is what we're going to try today. What's the biggest size of wheels we could possibly fit into a regular FLT III? So I've been looking online and I could see the maximum size recommended from Groundcontrol is the 62mm version. However, I've already put some 64s in them and that worked flawlessly for me, but of course that depends on the skate as well. So I just wanted to see what's the biggest possible size I could put in a regular Groundcontrol frame without demolishing the frame, without doing any cuts to it or stuff like that. And of course I wanted to find out as well what is the biggest possible size even with doing cuts to it. So stay tuned, at the end of the video you will see that as well. The usual size you would put in a frame like that is about, for example here on the cover wheel, an 85mm version. However, I've ordered also some slightly larger wheels. These are 72mm. I've already recommended this one in the last video. It's an 88A hardness wheel from Groundcontrol with 72mm. Pretty decent wheels they're producing. I must say they last pretty long. At least my last pair lasted pretty long. And yeah, we're gonna find out if this fits in here. All right, let's try. All right. Huh. Damn, they actually fit. they actually fit. Jesus Christ, that's just crazy. So we're right now 10mm above the recommended size, and that does a huge difference in terms of speed within a skate park. You will see, even if you size up by like 2mm, you will definitely feel a difference. On top of that, I put some ABEC 9 bearings in these, so they will be quite fast now. But yeah, okay, now we're facing the second issue. Of course, the frame is not meant to usually hold such big wheels, and which brings us to this problem here. Now we will need a skate that actually has indents to let the wheels a little bit in on these sides. So, I mean, there's two ways. Of course, you can always Dremel your way into the skate, or you use a skate that actually has already indents, such as the Skate 908 or 909 if you have the version already. The Skate 908 actually has a small little indent exactly for this purpose. But I think 72mm might, even for the Skate, be a little bit too much to hold. I'm not sure, but oh no way, it actually worked. They touch a slight little bit. I will definitely Dremel some small little grooves in here. Not much, just a tiny bit. All right, let's see how they turn out. But before we do that, you gotta get a little bit of protection for that. Make sure you cover your eyes. Very valuable for a blader. Not just for a blader, always valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you possibly the nicest setup. It's just perfect. But you know, yeah, of course, some of you may say now, okay, yeah, but what if you Dremel more? Couldn't you then fit even bigger wheels? True, yeah, probably I could. And this channel wouldn't be this channel if I wouldn't exaggerate it. So we're gonna try an even bigger version now. What I found in my old dusty collection of bearings and wheels is this here. That's an old K2 80mm version. My only concern is that I will have to Dremel a very, very important bit out of the frame. So I would not recommend you to do this at home. The frame might break actually from the damage I might cause in order to fit this wheel, but for the sake of science, I will try it on an old frame of mine. Boom! Okay, these big boys do not fit at all in these frames, so I had to cut out a rather large bit. And as I said already, do not try this at home. It might even be that these frames will break. They seem still pretty rugged, but of course that can change over time, and it might be different once I put them on skates. So, which brings me to the next problem. As you can see, the wheels stick out even more logically. I cannot Dremel this much out of the dem skate. I mean, I probably could, but then the saw plate would be ruined, and I don't really want to do that to dem skates. I came up with a different solution. I remembered there is one skate that actually has the cutouts for this, and it's the Adapt skate, and they're just perfect for this purpose, as the frames are completely cut out for the part where the wheels would usually go. So let's try. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I'm intrigued. The back wheel is actually touching, which is really unfortunate because it's just a millimeter. What could I do to improve this situation? I had the idea to put something under the frame, like between sole plate and frame. I have unscrewed the sole plate of the other skate in order to see what it looks like, and if there might be any way I could put something in between. I'll try to cut out a piece of cardboard, maybe two, put them underneath, and that should do the trick. It lives! I made it work! What setups, right? Dem skates with 72mm, Adapt skates with freaking 80mm setup. Alright, let's test them out. Alright, let's give these a test and figure out whether or not they're good for me. I don't think so.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is my friend or my foe? I must have exit the draw. Yeah, she give me that clean eyes raw. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understands. I'm good at artists, I'm bought, baby.
Alright, let's see if they can flip.
Give me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I run up the racks like an athlete. Big facts, you're the dick, 6 flags. Ballin' like dick flags. Told her I love her, I ain't really mean that, yeah. Now they just people like friends. Remember way back she was love.
Let's try some more complex grinds.
I remember I was selling dog food, no kibbles, just to get me some skrill. Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to get me some chick. Surfing, rockin' the parking lot, mile weed loud, and I like the game up loud. I be on her mind like non-stop, yeah, had to cut the little dot, no time out. Remember smoking blunts with my friends, seconds, a couple of days, yeah, left the lock to the fan. That's the shit got me upset.
Stick it, bro. Come on. my god, I created a monster. Okay, these cuffs are way too low for this skate. Way too low. See how much I can flex? Now that is scary. That is insane. Okay, let's try. Oh my god. Ah. Wheels are touching. Wheels are touching. Okay. I see. Okay. Whenever I put pressure on the cardboard, it squeezes and that makes the back wheel touch. So gotta figure out a way around that. Oh my god! Okay, no more please, no more. Alright, I would say one setup was a full success, and that would be the skate setup with the 72mm version of the Groundcontrol wheels. It's just a perfect setup, to be honest. I gotta say though, when you want to do a lot of topside tricks, you might get an issue with the way you have to bend your legs, as this skate actually has a pretty tight and hard cuff. It mightn't be the best skate to put big wheels on them. I mean, depending on the kind of obstacle you're actually skating on, it's just fine, but for example, if you skate a lot of street ledges or apart from that, I must say it's a very fast setup, as expected, flawless, and a very quiet ride due to the amount of rubber you have underneath here. Really lovely. Opposing to the Adapt skates, that was actually really sketchy. Would definitely need to find a different material to put in between the sole plate and the boot. The cardboard just squeezes whenever you basically come through transitions of ramps or whenever you have an impact on the skate. I mean, obviously, yeah, but anyway, I'm pretty sure that I will be able to find a different material. So back to the drawing board, I would say, with this one, and I will not give up on the setup yet. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident that there will be a setup where I can comfortably ride an 80mm aggressive skate. Oh, by the way, yes, I am aware there actually was already an 80mm classic drone, if I remember correctly. But as these ones are not around anymore, I think this is pretty much the biggest setup you can get. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you're still here, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me if you have tried something like that already, or will you try after watching this video? So I'm curious to know. Tell me in the comments below. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye. Whether we dip or shallow,